Hey everybody, I'm doing some planting today. This is the Suriname cherry, Eugenia uniflora. That is the cherry of the Rio Grande, Eugenia involucrata, both members of the Eugenia family. Now, I was motivated and inspired to do this when I was walking through nature, and I noticed that there are massive trees that you can't even hug, put your arms around, with thick trunks that are growing literally right next to each other. And then I realized that in nature, there's no orchard planting, there's no spacing, there's no kind of guy going in there making sure each tree is 3 or 4 feet apart. It's just random, and the trees seem to thrive. So I decided to do this on my own. I'm gonna plant both of these in the same hole, and we'll see what happens. Let's do it. All right, there's the hole, and the only thing different I did was I made it a little bit wider to accommodate both of those, all the soil in both of those pots, and we're ready to plant. All right guys, look, nice roots, nice white roots. To help the tree get established, I'm gonna loosen up the pot soil, so you don't have problems with getting root bound. You don't want the tree's roots to just keep growing in a circle. So we're gonna loosen it up and allow it to get well established into the soil. The sides too. All right. There's the first one. Oops. Here's the second one.
Right next to each other?
Yeah. Both in the same hole. We'll also loosen this up. There's nice white roots here. Oops. Tree is so used to being in a pot, its roots just grow circularly. So we're gonna loosen that up. And then stabilize. Now we're just gonna backfill the soil. I'll build a little mound to hold water in this area, so the trees definitely get their water. And you do that by just pushing soil away. Just like that. All right, there it is, folks. All right, I always said it's a good day when you can plant a tree. and it's a really good day when you can plant more than one tree, like I did right now. Now all that's left is basically watering. I'm gonna water a little bit because we've had good rains. Probably water just 5 gallons for now, and then we'll keep an eye on these trees. All right, everybody, here it is. These trees are spaced less than a foot apart. And I wouldn't do this if it was a mulberry and a mango, for example, because a mulberry in this climate becomes a beast. It gets huge and it grows at a much different rate than a mango, which grows a little bit slower. So I wouldn't suggest that. I would do members of the same family. These are both nice eugenias, and they want to be close to each other. They're like a brother and sister, I guess. Members of the same family. So those seem to grow really well together. In fact, the research shown that in orchards, if a tree is struggling, the other trees in that orchard send nutrients and water to that struggling tree through the root system, through the mycorrhizal fungal connection. There's massive underground network of mycorrhizal fungus connecting trees, grabbing nutrients, giving it to the trees. The trees give sugar back to the mycorrhiza. There's a whole show going on down there. And just like if someone's in your family's having a hard time, you want to help them out. That's the same thing that trees do. And if you have any doubts, you see these small trees growing in the same hole, you can do big trees that get really big. You can plant them both in the same hole and they will be successful. They will thrive. In fact, let me show you an example of that. Alright, I'm in my backyard. You're looking at the trunks of 2 jackfruit trees, and they're spaced about a foot apart. And they were about a foot and a half tall when I planted them back in January 2018. And check them out now. Looking really nice. Now they're both standing like 6.5 feet tall. Thriving, doing really good. Trees really like to grow next to each other. And if you have space issues, this is always an option for you. Plant them in tight, pack them in, and you have the room for more trees, more options, more availability. Alright, everybody, thank you for watching.